Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be playing Ridge Racer on the PSP. I'm playing this through the Vita TV. For those who don't know, that the Vita TV is basically the PlayStation Vita consoleized. So it has no screen, no touch screen. You play it on TV, and yeah, some games are not going to work for the Vita TV, like games that require touchscreen, like Uncharted, and I can't think of anything else. But yeah, not a good move on Sony's part. You know, they're trying to make they keep on trying to go all digital and stuff like that, and yeah. But anyway, let's continue on to Ridge Racer and get racing. Oh man, when I first got my PSP and seen this intro opened for the very first time, I was just so, like, wowed, because, you know, during this time I had a Game Boy Advance, and basically you were playing a 16-bit, sort of a little bit higher 16-bit video games, and then you jump from that to this, and it was pretty mind-boggling. Like, I remember holding the PSP in my hand for the first time, and it had some weight to it. It didn't feel like a toy. It felt like an actual expensive gadget. But anyway, so yeah, it was pretty awesome. So Ridge Racer for the PSP is basically the greatest hits version of Ridge Racer. Like, it has tracks from Ridge Racer 1 all the way to Ridge Racer 5. Let us go with ZVS for now. Yes. Yes. Alrighty, so turn on save on. No, okay. We'll go to World Tours. Alright. So tour selection, basic tour, first class, and we'll go with that, and we'll just jump right into the racing. So yeah, I sunk dozens and dozens of hours into this game. Well, I spent dozens and dozens of hours into this game. Like, I must have cleared this game, like, completed it at least multiple times during the first 2 years. I mean, like, that's how much I liked playing this game on the PSP. Oh, and just listening to the music too is just nostalgic. But yeah, it's like, what do you call it? The music is very Ridge Racer-like. Like, I like playing, arcade-style racers. I haven't really gotten to the whole simulation racing games yet, but I am always open to different ways of playing. I guess before I do that, I should learn how to drive manual transmission on here. Oh. Okay, let's go this way. So yeah, all the muscle memory I developed for this game just came back to me. I mean, like, I played this on a PSP, but playing this on a DualShock controller is just as good. Okay, let's get past this guy here. Alrighty. So the track I'm racing on is basically the first, track you race on the first Ridge Racer. So I kind of have this down. But I remember playing the first Ridge Racer on my PS1. The controller was very wonky because it was a 32-bit racing game, and it was one of the early 3D racing games that came out in 1994. I forgot what year Ridge Racer came out in the arcades, but I know I played it only once, and yeah, I think it was only once or twice I played Ridge Racer in the arcades. And after that, when I played it, I was like, and I heard it was coming out on the the PlayStation 1. I was so excited. Like, that was one of the games that I've specifically asked for when I was a kid. Yeah, and I put a lot of time into that too. But it was kind of harder. It was a little bit harder to beat because of the controls and the difficulty spike near the end of the game. Well, it's really only one track, but there are multiple ways to play it. You played like You play this track with the short version that I'm playing right now, and then there's the extended version, and then there's that high-speed extended version. So that's 3 races right there, and then you race it all over again, except reverse. So it's kind of like a mirrored course. Alright, so I'm in first place. There's no problem. It's just well, the first race is always so easy. I mean, like, it's no big deal. I mean, like, and it's not exactly the fastest what do you call it, Cup, World Tour, whatever I'm racing in. Yeah, I have all the turns and drifts down in memory. Like, I can almost do it without thinking. Played this game so often. And to be honest, I think they made this game a little bit easier control-wise for the Vita. For the PSP. Because I think Sony wanted as much people to buy the PSP as they could, you know, like, by not making the games Nintendo hard or anything like that. But yeah, it's like, oh, speaking of Vita, the Ridge Racer version of the PlayStation Vita on the Vita is just not, it's not that great. I mean, like, it has a very limited amount of tracks. It's like you buy the Vita version of Ridge Racer and you buy a glorified demo. You pay full price for it, but you gotta spend more money to get the other half of the tracks and more of the music tracks, and it's just, I don't know. It was real dumb, and I brought into it, and it just, I just didn't enjoy it. I mean, like, I think I need, like there was no sense of progression. There's no sense of progress, no achievement, whatever. It's just that you race and that's it. There's no cups or anything, no world tour, no nothing. I think I need, like, in a game, in an arcade racing game, you want a sense of achievement, you know, to win a race and get to the next set of races. I don't know why they didn't have that in what do you call it, the Vita version of Ridge Racer, and I was just, yeah, it is no good. All right, okay, so it's kind of tired. It's been a long day for me. Okay. This track, I believe, is from R4, Ridge Racer Type 4. Yeah, that's where this is from. It's another PS1 game that I enjoyed playing, cause like I remember I had Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer Type 4. I didn't have Ridge Racer or Ridge Racer Revolution. I wish I had those, but I didn't. I missed out on them. Eventually, I gotta get some of those titles there. Okay. So this track is a little bit long, but that's good though. Alright, let's... Oh, get out of the way. Okay. Oh man. I wish I could drive crazy like this down the stretches of road. This place kind of reminds me, this track kind of reminds me of driving in BC. There's like long winding roads and there's mountains and stuff like that. And I don't know, I was very on the edge of my seat driving at 90 miles per hour. Was it 90? I have no idea. But I was driving uncomfortably fast. That was the fastest I've ever driven in a vehicle, was like on the long stretches of road in the mountains. Oh, especially those deep drops when you're going into town. Some of those, what do you call it? Mountain towns have some pretty steep hills, and especially when you're entering town. Man, I almost crashed, but that was crazy. Oh, okay. Looks like I'm out of time, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And yeah, I definitely have enjoyed playing this because of the nostalgic reasons. But anyway, so we will catch you tomorrow with a new video. So until then, we'll see ya.